hello there. Happy Sunday. Welcome back to Crafters TV. We've just about gotten over the football celebrations, I think. Some of the scenes on social media last night around the country, everyone's having a very good time. I hope you're well. I hope you are really having a wonderful day. Happy 4th of July as well for all of you guys stateside. We'll be talking about that as we go through this show. This is, of course, Softer Side of Life, which is our weekly destination sewing show, which is awesome. And I am not here on my own. As always, I am joined by the lovely Bernie Corner. How are you, Bernie? Were you watching the football last night?
I was, Joe, but I've got a confession. I missed the beginning, so I missed the first goal. I kept dipping in and out the room, and every time I came back in the room, we'd scored. So I missed every single goal. But that might be an omen. So on Wednesday night, I'll just put the telly on, but stay in the other room.
Perfect. I think that sounds like a really good plan. Loads coming up in this show today, Bernie. What sort of stuff we're going to be looking at?
Oh, we've got builder blocks with the Nautilus. I mean, I love this one. Look at this, isn't it gorgeous? Beautiful. This is the Nautilus one that we've got. And then we've got Kaleidoscope as well. I want to show you now. This one, I've got a bag. I love, girls love the bags, and boys. We like a good bag.
It is
so we've
gorgeous.
got builder block on. We've got our mini templates on that we haven't had on since they launched. So that's a good one to watch out for. And also lots of fabric. Can't have too much fabric.
Absolutely not. There's loads of great products in this show today. I need to let you know about some special promotions that are happening. So we've got a spend 30, save 5 over on the website, whether that's pounds, dollars or euros. Make sure you've got 30 pounds, dollars or euros worth of products in your cart. After your discount comes off, you'll save an extra 5, which is awesome. We do also have a special promotion running on Totally Tiffany products at the moment as well. Triple points. And both of those promotions will last up until the end of today. So make sure you take advantage of those. Talking of great deals, we've got, of course, all the Save a Stitch deals in this show, which will be coming up in about an hour's time. There's a couple, though, that I really wanted to highlight and share with you, and they are these two just here. It's our Gemini Apple Core dies and quilting pattern guide collection. Now, the Apple Core pattern guide is $18.99. That's what you're paying for, or of course $24.99 or $24.95 in the US. And then what you get is you get the Patchwork dies totally free of charge. Now the Patchwork dies $24.99 or $32.95. So that is your saving, which is absolutely fantastic. Platinum members, £15 and change or less than $20. Absolutely awesome. That is one option. We also have a second option for you as well, which is a clamshell, $18.99 or $24.95. The freebie here were £40 or $40, barring some pennies and cents. So two amazing deals, lots of other great deals for you as well in the Save a Stitch. You'll find all of the products in this show, including the Save a Stitch deals, under the Shop the Show button at crafterscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu, so make sure you head over there. I'm going to head over there because we've got some awesome builder block for you on the show too. A couple of different options here. Now, what you're getting is the builder block set. So as you can see just here, this is your Kaleidoscope that you've got in this one. And builder block is essentially a collection of dies which is going to enable you to do all of that cutting out very easily and very quickly. You can make 6, 8 and 12-inch blocks in here as well, which is fantastic. Now in this particular deal, what you get is you get the Kaleidoscope builder block, and then you're going to get this fantastic fat quarter collection half price, which is epic. So you can see all of those awesome colours in there, all plains. We've got some matching corresponding fabrics on the show, which I'll take you through a little later. That's your first option, $54.38 or $60.74 for platinum members. Or maybe you want to go for the Nautilus. Absolutely, you can do that. Same deal here for you as well. You get the Nautilus, and then you're going to get that awesome fabric half price, which is a brilliant deal. Now go over to the website. These two are both available individually as well on the show, and they're on special promotion as part of our weekly deals where you buy one and get one half price. You can mix and match with all the other ones that are available over on the website too. If you want to get in touch with me, you can do so in all the normal ways. Crafters TV across on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube as well. Make sure you subscribe if you are over on YouTube. So any questions, get them and I'll pop them into Bernie as we go through the show. Builder block though, Bernie, I mean, it's fair to say like an iconic product when it comes to our sewing products here at Crafters Companion, isn't it?
Definitely, and just look how well they're going to stand on your shelves. I mean, they stack up like a library. I mean, look at them. And you're going to, if you've got any already, obviously these are going to be the exact same size boxes, so they're all going to fit together and look lovely. And somewhere to keep your dyes as well, Joe, because I don't know about you with your supplies, but I have stuff laid all over the place. Absolutely all over. Whereas with this one, you're getting everything together. This is the Nautilus one. Now, what I want to show you is a fantastic sample. If I do so myself, I'll tell you what, shall I hold this up to the front?
Oh, I remember you making this.
Yeah, so when we launched this one, Nautilus, I made this cushion in the show. So I used the blocks, so the Nautilus blocks along the bottom, and then I used the shape, I think it was the shape creator, wasn't it?
I believe it was.
It was, because obviously we've got the circle for the sun. So I made that, so if you search back on the shows for the when we launched these Nautilus one, it was only a few months ago, Joe, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't long ago.
I made that one on the show, so yeah, so it's something different. So, you know, you don't have to just make a plain cushion or a quilt, but you can jazz it up and add things to them as well. And like you say, you're getting all of those different sizes in there as well, so you're not going to have, well, you're going to be spoiled for choice, really. But what I'm going to concentrate on today, though, is Kaleidoscope. Now, I've got a little secret, Joe. Got a little secret.
Oh, what's the little secret?
Well, so you know how I always do my demos every week?
Yeah.
But in the time we've got, we can't do like a big, long demo.
Yeah.
So what we're going to start and do every month is we're going to do a project throughout the month, but I'm going to do one part in each show for a number of weeks.
Oh, awesome. That sounds fun.
Yeah, so this week I thought, when I looked at Kaleidoscope, and obviously it's 4th of July.
It is.
4th of July, happy 4th of July, everyone. What I thought was, when I'm looking at this, I can see stars. I haven't had a knock on the head. When you go a bit dizzy. I can see stars, and I'm thinking, right, let's go stars and stripes.
What a great plan.
What my plan is that I'm going to make some white stars on a blue background. So I'm going to use the white and the navy fabric. And then next week, I'm going to add some red and white stripes. And the week after, I'm going to make a nice cushion back for it. We're going to quilt it as well. And then we're going to do piped edging.
Ooh,
so last
fancy.
week, can you remember someone mentioned piped edging last week?
We talked a lot about piping, didn't we, last week?
And then I said, if you keep watching, we're going to be doing it. So in a few weeks' time. So yeah, so every week I'm going to do one little section, and then we'll have a nice one. And maybe I might even get it in winning demo of the week. And do you know what I mean? Last week you did say I'd have to do a ball gown or something, didn't you?
Yeah, I think so.
To get in there. But a Stars and Stripes cushion.
You've got 3 demo of the week so far, Bernie. Doing very well.
I know I have. I've done well.
Considering you only do one show a week, that's pretty good going, Bernie.
It is quite good, that, isn't it? But yeah, so not that I'm competitive or anything. We were just talking about that before the show, being competitive.
Are you competitive?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Me too.
Especially if there's a quiz on. Oh, I'm terrible. Well, I'm not, hopefully not terrible.
Do you cheat and use your phone?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm good. Yeah, no, I'm good. But I don't know everything, but I'm a good girl and not check my phone. So.
Right, okay. That's the main thing.
Right, so let's have a look at what you're getting in this box. The first thing you're going to see when you open it up is you're getting the booklet in there. Now, the booklet is going to give you all the instructions on how to put the block together. But your colour choices are really up to you. So you can choose which colour choices you want to use. We also advise you on how best to cut them on the fabric, because obviously when you're cutting something on an angle, it's going to have a stretch. It's going to be on the bias. So we advise you the best way to place them on your fabric to get the best effect. And then it gives you the design, and it gives you just like a little recipe of how many pieces of each you're going to cut. But you're getting it in those 3 different sizes. And then step by step on how to put them together to make that finished block. And the great thing I love about these ones is in the back, you get some blank charts. And you can photocopy these as well, so you can colour them in and choose your colours and have a little play of how you want to lay it out before you even cut any fabric. So that's the great thing. So you get quite a lot of them. We get loads, yeah. I think it's about 8. I think it's 8, yeah, in the back, 8 or 10 for you to do. And then with that, you're also getting what we call our roadmap. So what this is doing is this relates to what it's telling you in the booklet. So there's a small, medium and large of each one. So for this pattern, you actually only need, to make any of the 3 sizes, you only need 3 dies.
Fabulous. Great that it makes 3 different block sizes as well.
Yes.
So I'm guessing that will take us from what, cushions to massive quilts, will it?
Definitely. And from even little small projects as well, if you make the little If you're making the little 6-inch block, it's actually made up of 4 3.5-inch blocks. So you'll have a little dinky one as well.
Oh, nice.
So you know you can really make small projects as well. It's not all about making the big projects. So I'm going to get my fabric to cut some out, just to show you. You can see I've already been cutting them out. There we go. So let's put it that way. So I always take mine out with my scissors because I can't get them out with my daft nails. And then I'm going to position it on. Now I know which way it needs positioned on because that's the ones I cut at home when I was preparing. So
how do you decide what angle to cut it on?
So in the booklet, so it gives you the little diagram. So you've got your grain line of your fabric, which is running like with your selvage on your fabric, and then it tells you which way you need to position it. Yeah. Yeah. If you put it the other way, it's not the end of the world, but what you may find is that when you come to stitch, things might be out a little bit, and you might wonder why they're out a little bit. And what it'll be is because you're stitching, is that the right way? A straight edge to a bias edge. So if ever you have that problem, just double check which way the grain's going and the way you've got your dies. So I've got the fabric plates. We still haven't got a date yet. Anyone who's going to ask, I'm really sorry that the fabric plates are sold out in like record time.
We can use it with our regular plate sandwich though, can we?
Yeah. So with your regular ones, you're going to have your clear plate, your metal shim that comes with your Gemini, then your fabric, then your dies facing down, then the plastic shim, then your clear plate. With the new plates, you get an A and B metal plate and you'd use 2 clear plates.
Awesome.
Yeah. So there we go. So you're going to cut all your pieces out, and then I don't even know how many layers I went through there. 8, I think. We recommend up to 6, but you know me, Joe.
Oh, you always pushing it,
I just go for it. And then I like to put mine back in here because that's then you know that they're safe and you're not going to lose them. And there's little lips on here as well that hold them in. So you're not going to lose them at all. So let me get rid of those and make scrap. And then this is where you're going to get your booklet and you're going to start following here. So what it's telling you is which pieces to sew on in order. And I love diagrams and videos. I think they are very visual. They are really, really visual. But what I like to do is I like to line my block out next to me. So I know that that's going to be there. Now my stars are going to be white. So on here we've got 3 colours. This is the guide. But you can change them around. So for mine, I'm actually only using 2 colours.
Okay.
Because I want my stars to all be white. So, oh, wrong way. See, I put them there without looking at the diagram. There we go. And if I put it that way, can you now see sort of that you've got a sort of square?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to stitch those together in the order from the book. So the book's telling me to put this triangle on first. And the reason why it's in order in the book, just in case anyone, you could put the sides on first and then put the other one on. But what we've done with the dies in, and we do this with the majority of our dies where we can, we cut off the little end bit where you'd have a dog ear.
Right.
So what that means is once you've sewn them, it's going to line up perfectly like that. And once you've sewn them together, it's then going to fall back neatly and then you can put your new pieces on. So what you may find is if you don't follow the same way, it'll still stitch together, but you might think, well, that doesn't line up properly. Why is it not lining up? And it could possibly, if you've done it in slightly a different order, that'll be why, just the way that it's done. Because they can be done more than one way. So, and because I've got dark there, I'm going to press mine over to the dark side, because if you press dark to the light, can you see that? Yeah, you can see. Can you see you've got like a shadow? So where possible, if you can, press them always to your darker fabrics. Sometimes you can't, it depends on what project. And then what I'm going to do is lie this back down like that, get it back next to my picture. So I know this is my picture here. So now this is the one I'm going to do next. So now I know that the wider end of there is going to that point. So then all I'm going to do is lie it on. So because we'd cut those dog ears off, you can see that that lines up perfectly. And at this end, it lines up perfectly as well. So underneath, we've got a dog ear there, but we haven't because that triangle lines up absolutely perfectly.
Awesome.
And I'm just stitching 1/4 of an inch on the machine. I haven't shortened my stitch length here, but normally for patchwork, I'd shorten my stitch length to about a 2 mil. And you don't need to reverse. I've seen sometimes people will start doing patchwork and do a little reverse at the start and finish.
Right.
When you're doing this sort of patchwork, when it's then going to get stitched together into another block, you don't need to secure your stitches because they're going to go into another seam. Later on, I am going to be sewing some diamonds together where you do want to secure your stitches, but it's a different method, which I'll show you. It's the dreaded Y seam, Joe, that everyone gets scared of, but it's once you have a go at it, it's really not. And now I've gone to put that on there thinking, well, that does look right, but it isn't, because it's actually that way on to get the
So it's
square.
great that you've got that book and that guide there that's going to take you through all the time. Can we find video tutorials anywhere for these builder blocks, Bernie?
I think it's the one on the page. I don't think there's one that we did with the product.
Okay.
But there will be where we've done them on previous shows. So definitely, because these are quite new, so definitely the Nautilus is on the softer side where I made the cushion with the boat on. But the more and more we use these, the more and more that we'll post them on our YouTube channel.
Awesome.
So yes, you will be able to do it. And then what you're going to do is give that a nice press. And I'm just going to get rid of where's my rotary cutter? Just going to get rid of my bits of
if you need a quilting starter kit as well, I'll give you more details later, but we've actually got a cheeky preview of one of next week's deals I'll share with you in a moment on the quilting starter kit. So do check that out over on the website. Make sure as well, I always say this with all our shows, but softer side, even more importantly, always have a little check under the Shop the Show button, see what goodies are in there, because so often we don't get to anywhere near all the products that we have on the show. There's like 50 items or more on this show for you, so make sure you go and check those out on the website. Yeah,
we always have loads on, don't we? But I mean, the thing is as well, it's using stuff together, like that the quilting starter pack. This is the rotary cutter that comes with that, and this is my go-to one. This is the one when I go to my caddy, that's the one I tend to pull out as well, and the 6x12 ruler, it's absolutely perfect. So I've just given that a lovely press. You can see how flat it presses, and then if I put it onto the back, you can see where all the white's covering the blue, so I haven't got any of that blue, I haven't got any of that shadow. And then we've got the 4 pieces. So if we look back in here, so this is what we've done here. This is the block we've made, and now we want to put 4 of them together like this, and that's going to make up 1/4 of the block. So this is the 12-inch block that I'm doing. But you know, when I was saying you've got little pieces, you could use those in. You could actually put plain blocks in there if you didn't want to do these as well. I'm just looking here and I can see another design.
Oh.
I was looking there, thinking, no, that's like a bit like a pinwheel sort of.
I love it.
Design as well. So you can. So we give you this pattern, which is the main one. But like I've just done there, you can just play with them and come up with your own creation. And that's what those the grids in the back are great for. That you can colour in. Like I say, you're not cutting your fabric out then. But I want them all to be pointing out to make my little star. And then now, what you've got here is a 4-patch, what's known in patchwork as a 4-patch.
Okay.
So what that is, starting out, it would be just 4 plain squares. But normally, when you're doing patchwork, what you'll find is, whatever you do, it'll come down and make it smaller and smaller number of pieces, smaller number of pieces, and you'll end up putting a 4-patch together, or 9. A 9-patch block. So you start to recognise your pieces. Now, what you need to do here now, can you see I've got these dog ears hanging over here? Now, I haven't cut those on purpose. The reason I don't cut these ones off is because it's going to help you line up, because essentially what we do when we stitch these together, we want that little point of that triangle to meet, fingers crossed, that little point of that triangle. By leaving those points on there also helps you do that. So I'm going to lay them on top perfectly, and I'm going to line up those little dog ears. So sometimes dog ears are a hindrance.
Right.
Sometimes they help. And then the other thing what I do is I'll hold it like that, and I'll just peel the first one back and just check that it's looking pretty much that it's going to line up when I do the seam. Now you can pop a pin in if you want. You know what I'm going to say, I'm going to go for it. And I'm going to stitch 1/4 inch. Now where your stitches have intersected on that triangle, what you want to aim for is that your needle is going to go through that intersection, that X. Now if it helps, you could use your heat erasable pen and just pop a little mark on that point so it stands out under your foot. Oh, moment of truth, Joe, are we ready?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad.
No, that's good.
It's off a tiny wee bit, but once that's pressed, you're not going to see it. You're not going to see it. Now at this point, what you can do is either press your seams open or to the side. You can also trim those little doggies off now because you don't need them anymore. But that's not bad. I could have done better. I'm going to give myself a B for that one, Joe. It's not getting an A. Let's try an A for this one. And this is where it's just practice. As I say, so I'm lining it up, just bringing it back like that. And what I do is I make a load of these and I sit and do like a production line. So I would sew all of these triangles onto them, on all my pieces. Then I'd sew all of that side onto all my pieces. Then I'd sew all to that side on my pieces. And then you feel like you're getting somewhere. Let me just check I've got them the right way. Yeah. Because sometimes if you just make one full block, you're doing like separate steps on each one, where it's like that repetitive thing, isn't it? If you do something repetitive, and some of them might be, might turn out better than others. This one may go the other way. Let's have a look.
I love this navy and white together. It's so cool.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Really gorgeous.
It really, really, really pops, right? Right, so this one, that one I could have actually stitched a bit closer on there, but I'm not going to worry too much. There we go. So I'm going to press one way. And then this is where you've done your 2 pairs, and then you're going to sew these 2 together. And then this, now you've got 1/4 of the block done. So you do another 3 of these, which I've done. And then I'll show you what the front is. And then this is going to be the front of our cushion. So next week, we're going to be using the miter tool to do mounted corners on it. And then the week after, we're going to quilt it all. And then the week after that, we're going to do the zip on the back and the piping.
Awesome.
Can't wait to do the piping. So yeah, so there we go. So there is our star. So that needs a good press, but I'll show you the one that I've done ready for the cushion. So I've done 4 of them.
Nice.
And can you see now that effect? But you can now see, so I can see like the 4 stars, but I can also see a circle.
Yeah.
And then you've got these sort of squares in here and diamonds. So when you look at it, you start seeing different shapes. So I say we're going to have red and white stripes around the outside. Put the back, I haven't decided what colour to do the back on yet. And then the red, I'm going to have red piping around the outside. So yeah, so that's Kaleidoscope. And if I just quickly show you the quilt, you'll just see how different they are just by using the different colour. Absolutely fantastic. And the more you stare at the stars, you see stars. The more you stare at the circle, you see the circle, don't you? It's one of those like optical illusions.
My brain wants to see the stars.
Yes, I like the stars. That was me aim, Joe, so that's good. That's good then. I'll give myself another half a mark for that.
Another half a mark. Okay, you give yourself that half mark.
So I'll keep this safe till next week.
Excellent. So make sure you join us then over the next 3 weeks, because then you'll see that project start to come together, which is awesome. Maybe you own these and you want to do the steps along with Bernie too, and then share some pictures at the end of the month. Yes. We would love to see those. Let me just again take you through what you've got in here then. If you want to go for the Kaleidoscope, you've got options. A Kaleidoscope on its own is available to you if you want to get it singularly. You can. It's $49.99 or $54.95. However, when you get it in this bundle, what you're going to get is you're going to get those fat quarters in there, which is excellent. So how many have you got in here? 2, 4, 4, 6, 8, 15 fat quarters in there, which is awesome. So do grab that, and you get that half price when you buy them together. Or what you can do is go for the Nautilus. If you want to go for the Nautilus, same offer for you. It's available on its own. When you get it together with the fat quarters, you get the fat quarters half price, which is excellent. Or what you can do is go for the 2 available individually, and then they are buy one, get one half price. So you've got lots of different options. You can mix and match with some of the other options that are available to you over on the website as well. Lots of you saying hi today. Mariah saying happy 4th of July to those in the USA. Gilmore saying good morning from Michigan. Georgie Ann is saying hi in Clearwater. Pam saying, Bernie is amazing. I'm lucky enough to be able to go to her classes. She's taught me so much. How lovely is that? Myra's saying, when will the craft vault offers go online and live? They are live right now over on the website. So we have a craft vault coming up for you at 3 p.m. today here in the UK. That's 10 a.m. on the East Coast, 7 a.m. on the West Coast, and there's loads of bonus points to be had in there as well. Mariah says, I think this item is about to fall in my basket. Absolutely. Let me share with you some other items that I think you might want to pop into your basket as well. We've got the plain fabrics. Now, it isn't that often we bring plains to you, and that's a shame because they are so useful and so versatile for so many different things. Let me just share these with you. So you will get a ½ meter piece. Now, what we do here, very few retailers do this, but we cut the fabrics by the meter for you when you order these. So if you ordered a couple of the ½ meters, you'd get a meter piece, which is fantastic. So it's all cut by hand. So if you do want to use these for larger projects, you've got something larger in mind, or you just want the option to use them for larger projects a little bit later down the line, it's really handy that we do that. So always bear in mind when you're ordering your fabric from us. So lots of different options for you. You've got the coral, which is this one just here. You also then have the Merlot, which is that one there. I love this one. It's the powder pink, which is gorgeous. Almost like my shirt, isn't it? This one here is your emerald. Gorgeous. Really lovely deep green. Then we've got the glorious green, which is a very grassy green. This one here, this one's grass green, is it? See, this one's more of a sort of neon green to me, I'd say. I don't know why. I mean, it depends how much sun you get where you are. This one here, this is your deep ocean. Then you've got the ocean wave. There's a lovely tealy colour there. Doesn't come across quite as blue on the screen as it does in the studio. The next one is the best seller, which is the sea foam, which is this sort of really lovely minty colour that you've got right here. All of these ½ meter pieces, remember. This one here, this is your hot pink. Oh, not any old pink, hot pink, this one. Then we move on. Oh, flamingo pink. That is really stunning. Absolutely love that one. Then there's a ballerina pink. This is almost like a sort of blush. Now this is the same as my shirt, this one. There's a really lovely blush colour on here. This one just here, this is the navy that you've then got. That's what you've just seen Bernie using. Then we've got the brilliant blue for you. Love this. It's all really lovely quilting quality cotton, I should add as well. Then sky blue is this one here. You've got your black and you've got your white, all of them $4.99 or $6.25 for those ½ meters. Now, remember you've got the Totally Tiffany triple points promotion running up until the end of tomorrow. Also spend 30, save 5 running till the end of tomorrow. Let me share with you something that's already proving very busy from the Save a Stitch deals. It is your black binder, which is awesome. Now this is massive. You can get so much in here. We're going to show you this as we go through the show. $39.99 as a platinum member if you were to go for that one. Of course, $47.59 in the US. A couple of different options here for you. So you've got the black, you've got the purple, and you can also go for the turquoise as well, which is brilliant. All the same pricing there for you, and you'll all get the triple points, which is excellent. So make sure you grab those. Right, before we go back to Bernie, I want to show you the Threaders Mini Patchwork template. Now this was something that we had on the show just last week. It was incredibly popular and it really is brilliant. If maybe you're not a die cutter, you still want to be able to make a whole host of different patchwork shapes and sizes, then this is going to be fantastic for you. So you're going to be able to make, it's all 2.5 your 2.5 inch shapes. You've got tumbler, honeycomb, hexagon, 45-degree diamond, dual square, half square triangle, quarter square triangle, half hexagon, equilateral triangle, half rectangle triangle, and your 60-degree diamond. So imagine all the different shapes you can create with that. Now this on its own, it should be $24.99. What you're doing though is if you want to get it on its own, you can, or go for it with one of the strip rolls. You get the strip roll half price, which is excellent. The strip roll is going to be perfect for using with this because of the size of them too. So let me go through the different strip rolls that you've got here as well. So you can go for it with your pretty pink strip roll, which is details that are there on your screen, or you can go for it with the Ocean Waves, which is that one just there, Ocean Waves. No, that's Brilliant Blue, sorry, Ocean Waves is this one here. Or you'll find all these options for you on the website. Then you've got your Brilliant Blues, which is this one just here. Really lovely colours in there with the navies. These are all that same plain fabric I just went through. So if you wanted to go for the strip roll and then add a couple of the half-metre pieces in there to give you more options, absolutely you've got the option to do that. You've then got the glorious greens, which are these ones here, and you've finally got your marvellous Merlot here too. So options there for you. The strip rolls I believe are available on their own as well. If you wanted to grab those, you can get the strip rolls by themselves. You get lots on here, 18 strips. Have you got a strip there, Bernie, that you could share with us what it looks like?
I've got the Ocean Waves one here. Let me get I'm going to have to hold this out from arm to arm, Joe, because this is the width of the fabric, so it's 110 centimetres. So if we see there, I'm going to have to move back so you can see it all in. There you go. So you're getting the full width of the fabric on there, 18 pieces. So yeah, they're really, really a good one to go for. And I know we're not supposed to have favourites, but this one is my favourite colour, this one, the ocean ones. I think they're very calming, very soothing colours.
They really are. $31.98, $37.52, £25 and change, $30 and change, and you're getting the templates and that half-price strip roll. Some companies are referred to them as a jelly roll. Maybe that's what you have more commonly heard of them referred to as. If you've got any questions at all, please get them into me. Rosalind says, the binder has been sitting in my wish list. I think it's time to move it to the cart. The price is just right. It is. You get triple points, and remember, spend 30, save 5. Make sure you take advantage of that. That all just happens at the checkout for you. It's the last day to get either of those deals, so do not miss out on them. Right, I know we focused on this last week, didn't we, Bernie? So many things that you can make with these wonderful templates.
I've got another bag, Joe.
You love a bag, don't you?
I love a bag. If there's a bag in that sample box, you can guarantee I'll be getting that out. But yeah, this is the diamond one. And then the strips have been used and the same angle's been cut with the shape. So you couldn't use your template to cut this out, but then just the end of the template to get that angle to cut your strips to go along the top. So I think that one's really, really good. The impact, it's so clean and crisp, isn't it, with those colours, absolutely fabulous. And then to go for another extreme, I mean, this, I'm sure Stephen made this one. And in fact, I don't know if Stephen's watching, I might message him later if he's not. I'm sure he put the pattern for this on our Sew with Crafters Companion group when we launched these. So yeah, so look at that, absolutely fantastic. And that one's using the equilateral triangle and the half hex on there as well, so you can start seeing the individual shapes. So yeah, so they're absolutely brilliant. So I've got the packet here, let me pop these. I've got so many samples to show you, and that's not all of them. That's what I always know when the team love the product, because we get so many more samples back, like extra than what we even asked for, because you're getting, you know that they've loved them. Now, when you take them out of the packet, yours will be nice and neat, unlike mine, because I didn't put mine back in properly. They're all in the place, and this reminds me of, sometimes, Joe, if you've seen so if someone's got a garage and they've got all the tools drawn, they've got a hammer drawn round it, hanging up, a screwdriver drawn round, hanging up, the saw on the wall, so they know where all the tools go. That's what this is. So it's got your grids if you want to keep them in here. The other great thing is that we can see. I don't know how. Yes, you can see that there's a circle in there. So I don't know if I brought it with us. Can't remember if I've still got it in my bag. What I did was I bought a pack of on that that Long River website you can go on, and I bought a pack of shower curtain hooks, just a metal hook, and they're perfect for these to fit through, so you can have them all together, so you can keep them all together. You're not going to lose them as well. So you're getting, say, 12 in here. We're getting 2 packs. Here's all mine, all messy. Look. I've left one in the box. Hang on, let me get them all out. There we go. So you're spoiled for choice, really. You see, you're getting all those different shapes in there. And like I say, if you want to keep yours nice and neat, unlike me.
Are you being a bit mucky here?
I'm just messy.
You're just being messy?
Messy, proper messy. So yeah, the other thing what you're going to get in is this leaflet. Now, this leaflet, it's worth its weight in gold. Not literally, but... What we're giving you in here is we're giving you top tips on how you do it. We actually giving you details of joining your Y seams together, but I'm actually going to show you one today. We also give you a little chart here that tells you which shape works with other shapes within the set. So some of them will work with one, some of them actually work with, is it 4? Yeah, so say the equilateral triangle is going to work with the half.
Oh, awesome.
Or 3, the half rectangle triangle, the half hex, and the 60-degree diamond. But then you can go, oh, well, the 60-degree diamond will work with, you know, you can go along the list. So if you're wanting to mix and match them, there's your little chart for you to have a look before you start playing. And then you're getting a plethora of ideas to get you started. So we're saying designs to try. So we're giving you all these different ideas with all of the shapes. So you're getting some for each and every one, and then on the back and well. So for each of the 12 designs, you're getting all those ideas to get you started. But then they say you want to play yourself. So what I'm gonna have a play with is the 60-degree diamond, because that is one of my favourite shapes. And then we've got these strip rolls. I mean, these, you just don't want to open them, but when you do, then you have to use them. So I'm going to use the pinks here. Let me go. I'll use this one that I've got. So this one I've been using already, but what I've done is just line them back up. But because I've got edges here, and I don't want to lose it, so I put my piece with the biggest bit on the bottom, and then I can see the ballerina pink and then the flamingo just all in a row. So when I start cutting, I'll start afresh and cut that up. Now I'm left-handed, so I'm going to line mine on these way. Now you can see how well they fit on the strip roll.
Yeah, they're perfect, aren't they?
Yeah, and the thing is as well, just to point out, for if anyone's looking and going, oh, well, it doesn't, because the little zigzag edge is peeking over the top.
Yeah.
Now what there is the two, let me get me heat erasable pen, and I'm just going to draw it on here. So where you've got the inner, I don't know, the lower zigzag to the lower zigzag on the other side, that's your 2.5 inches. Awesome. There. So the reason they pinked, that's the reference for the zigzagged edges, is to stop them fraying a lot. So you will get a little bit of not threads, but tiny bits. If I give it a rub, you'll see little bits.
Yes, I've got a few on the desk over here.
Yeah, so that's just where it's being cut, but it's not going to fray in threads coming off. Okay. And because they're small pieces, that's why it's like that. So it's actually doing a purpose. So if you buy a strip roll that's being cut straight, because some companies will cut theirs straight, just double check. I'm sure that measurement would be 2.5.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have the extra. Right. So I've put my piece on here. Now, the other thing what we've got is we've got our spray and stay. You know, I like my sprays, Joe. This one's a grip adhesive. So if you find that you slip when you're cutting with any of our acrylic rulers or any acrylic rulers you've already got at home, what this does is that you put a little spray, and I'm just going to spray to the side so it's not over the cutting mat. And when you spray this, it gives it like a bathroom window effect.
Bathroom window?
Like frosted.
Oh.
Not a nice pattern.
Right, okay.
But it gives, so if you can see, yes, you can see it there. Look, if I hold up one of these, can you see how that one's clear? And that one's a bit frosted looking.
Oh yeah, can see that.
And what that's done is it's put a little bit of grip on the back, just so when you have got your piece on.
Does it make it grippy on the bottom, slippy on the top?
It does, yeah. It does.
I thought it might.
There we go. So I've positioned that on, and then I'm going to get my rotary cutter, and this is the rotary cutter in with the quilting starting kit, which incidentally I'm using my A3 mat that comes in that kit, because what you then want to do is where possible, you don't want to move your fabric when you're cutting. Sometimes you have to, depending on what shape you're cutting. But if you've got the A3 mat, you can just turn the mat.
Excellent.
There we go, and get it back into a comfortable position for cutting, because you don't ever want to overreach when you're cutting or cut on an awkward angle towards yourself. So I'm back on there, that's my most comfortable position to cut. So I'm taking that off, and then I've cut 6 layers there.
Excellent.
Absolutely no problem. But then you can move it along. So I'm going to move it along, so I'll try not to move me fabric. Line that up, because I know that bit's flush, so I know that's right, because I've just cut it. And then you can pop it on again and go along. So you can imagine, you can just keep going along your strip like that and cut loads of them, absolutely loads of them. So
do we have to remove those pinked edges?
No, you can do if you want. You can trim them. If it confuses you a little bit when you're sewing, I'm used to sewing with them, so I'm okay with it. But if you imagine, this is the side of your foot that you're stitching down. Right. So when you're stitching, normally you'll have your foot and your fabric will go to the edge of your foot when you're stitching, depending on what foot you're using. What I do is I make sure that my little zigzags are peeking out from the side of the foot, and then I know that I'm still going to get my 1/4 inch seam. But if it does trouble you, you can trim them down. Yeah.
Excellent.
And then quickly, the way to put these together, I'll just show you quickly with this one, is you're looking at your Y seams. So I know I've done Y seams before, but I don't think we can visit them enough, because or too much, if you know what I mean, because you
Why are people scared of them, Bernie?
I think because when you look at it and you think, oh, well, how am I going to... So if I sew that to that, then how on earth am I getting that in there, because it's now on a weird angle, and what do I do? So what I tend to do is I'll lie them down how I want to see them. And the best advice I could give is get yourself a miter tool. Because what this is going to do is, when you stitch these sides together, you always want to stop a 1/4 inch from the end. Okay. And then that'll help you put the other side in a lot easier. And you start getting into, it suddenly clicks how it works. But to find a 1/4 inch on there, it's not straight, so you can't put your ruler on and say it's a 1/4 inch, because obviously then it might not be a 1/4 inch away from there. But with what the miter tool does, it gives you the angle. So you're going to find the right angle for what you need. So I know it's 120, but if you don't know, you just go around until it fits. Because these angles on here are all common.
Oh, they're dead common.
Sizes, yeah, dead common. And then with your heat erasable pen, you're just going to go through and you're just going to mark your little point in there. Now this corner here, because it's a 60-degree triangle, so that's going to be the 60 point. Right. So if you were doing this with the 45 as well, the 45-degree diamond, it would be the same, but you'd use obviously the 45 and the 135. But I say you'd put your tool on just so you can find it. So if I lift this off and you can see where that point is, that looks way, way longer than a 1/4 inch. But in fact, it's a 1/4 inch from there to there and a 1/4 inch from there to there. It doesn't matter how far it is away from that point. Okay? And then what you do then is, you'd sew them together. So I'm going to sew this piece up first. I can start from the end here because I only want to do the Y seam in the middle. So what you're going to do is put your, and you do that on the wrong side of your fabric, by the way.
So right sides together, is it?
So we're going right sides together. So where I've put my little dot is on the outside. And then I'm going to stitch a 1/4 inch. And I say what I'm going to do is just have those little zigzags just peeking out from the side of my foot. And then I'm going to go quite slow, and this is where if you've got the needle down position's really good. So I'm looking under my foot there. I think I've got another 1 or 2 stitches just to get it dead on. I'm dead on that spot. Perfect. So now I'm dead on that spot. This is the time where you want to do a little couple of reverse stitches. So when you're doing normal patchwork, you wouldn't, but on this one you would. So I'm like a millimetre off, but you can see there that I've only stitched all the way up to there. And then when you open this out, you can now see that we've got that together, but we've got that little gap in there, which is going to help us put it together. So then we're going to pop this one on, but we're going to sew from the other side because we want to see that mark again. So if I go to the other side and line it up, what I'm going to do now is start sewing from that line, from that dot. So you're just going to pop it under your machine. And I say I'm just going to take that. And once I see it, I'll put my needle down. So, just to get it in the right spot, just over a little bit. That's it. And then I'm going to do a couple of little stitches forward and then a couple back. just to secure that down, and then I can sew off the end. And then the last one's even easier because you've already got the dots there. Now, this is how you can see how it's going to look here, and it's actually making a hexagon.
Excellent.
But like a tumbling block, which I love that effect. I'm going to flip that over to there like that. This bit wants to fold out, so I'll let it fold out, and you get a half hexie. You see the shape? Yeah. Let it fold out because it folds out the way, and then I'm going to stitch from where I stopped stitching there off to the end. And then what you can do in the pack, this is why we say certain ones work together. In the pack, you've got a half hexie. Guess what, Joe? It's the same size as this one. So you can sew 2 of them together to make a hexie. And then with this one, I've just gone over a little bit there, but you'll see the effect. With this one, you've got now, I've got an exact hexagon there. You give that a press. And then what I did was I sewed quite a few together because I got a bit carried away at home, as you do. Once I'm in my sewing room, Joe, there's no stopping us, honestly.
That's it, you're off.
I'm off. I'm off.
Even the dog
cats
can't
and
stop
dog
you.
don't get fed, they do. But so what I did was I've made a block, 3 of the hexagons. So I made that one there, that one there, and that one there. And I was thinking, so that's like tumbling blocks, so like, you know, like baby blocks. So you'd have A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. So you could actually do that, just make that and applique that onto a baby blanket or something like that. Would be fabulous. And then, but what I thought was, I want to make this into a new piece of fabric because I want to make something of it. I don't want to applique it on, because you can applique it on, but you don't have to. So what I thought was, if I add these extra little bits here, there's a thing with patchwork, people will say, why'd you cut fabric up? Sew it back together again. So how about, why do I cut fabric up, sew it back together again, I'm now going to cut it up again,
and sew it back together again.
Sew it back together again. So what I thought was I'd make a little tissue holder.
Right.
And for the measurements, I need to have a piece that's 5.5 by 6.5.
Right.
So I've got my ruler here. So this is the ruler you get in the quilting starter kit. You can see it might look a bit frosted because I've got that spray on, because I have that, I like to have that on. So 5.5 by 6.5. So if I just turn this way, just so I can do it. So if I'm going up here, I can see 6.5's well up onto there, 5.5's there, but I want to try and centralise it to get my piece. So there we go. So I know I am going to be cutting a little bit off that I'm not going to use, but you can use those scraps in other places. So I'm just trying to get it pretty even. There we go. That'll do. So then I'm just going to cut up here. And again, this, because you've got this mat, if you don't feel comfortable cutting across, you can just turn the mat around. And oh, I want to cut it at 5.5 though, don't I? So I need to cut that one. So hang on, so I'm going to turn it round again, so I confuse myself there. So turn it up there, so cut that one off. And then...
I like this idea of using it as a different piece of fabric.
I know, well that's it, because I think, you see, I looked at the pattern for ages thinking, I need to be able to make something that obviously that's quite quick for the show. But what can I do? What can I do? And I thought, oh, I'd like to applique that block on, because I kept thinking of Kelly. So we've got Kelly, who's in our production team, that she's just had a little baby boy, hasn't she, Joe?
She has indeed.
He's absolutely gorgeous. And I was thinking, oh, if I made a blue one, I could put it on a little blanket for her, something like that. And then I thought, but then I haven't got one. That's going to take me ages. So I thought, oh, I know what I'll do. A nice little tissue holder. So I've got the design there. And then I've gone and I've cut another piece of fabric that's the same width, but it's 1 inch longer. So your outer piece, I've cut it 5.5 by 6.5, and then the back piece here, which is going to be the lining and the trim, that's 1 inch, so that's 5.5 by 7.5. So then what you're going to do is put those, and these are so easy to make, these tissue holders. These are great if you do craft fairs and things. Right. Or even just little gifts for people. And you could make them bigger and use them to put your masks in.
Nice,
as well.
Love that idea.
Yeah. So I've lined up one end. Don't be concerned that that's extra there. And you're just going to stitch up that end, 1/4 inch. And to be honest, even if you didn't do 1/4 inch, it wouldn't be the end of the world, because you're not putting this back into patchwork. But we are doing that, cutting it up, stitching it. then cutting it up again and stitching it back together again.
Mariah says maybe even could just sew a couple of the rolls together and have a pretty lap quilt made out of just straight strips. Love that idea.
Yes.
Debbie.
Well,
Why have I
funnily
called you
enough,
Debbie?
there's a thing called a jelly roll race, Joe.
Right.
And I'm actually doing a class for it this month,
roll.
jelly roll race. So basically what you do is you have loads and loads of these, mix them all up, all the different colours, and you sew the whole strip of them all together, short ends.
Right.
And then you double it back up and sew them together. Double it back up, sew them together, and you keep doing it till you end up with a quilt top. So there'll be some pictures coming on Facebook when I've done that class. So yeah,
fabulous.
It's a really good fun. So we're going to have a little race. I've got to think of a prize. Pam might be coming. I think Pam's coming too. Who was watching, who commented earlier. She might be coming to it.
No, the other Pam.
Pam Lang.
Pam Lang,
it was Pam who commented, said she comes to me classes. So I think she's coming. Are you coming, Pam? I can't remember.
Let us know, Pam.
Yeah, let me know, Pam. So what I've done here is I've now lined up the other two edges where you can see we've got like a bit of excess here. But don't worry, because that'll all become apparent very shortly. And then I'm just going to quickly sew down the other side. And this here, obviously you can do it with plain fabric. So if you don't have the patchwork pieces, you're only going to have 4 seams to make it. And like I say, it's great for little gifts or for craft fairs. Because when you're doing craft fairs, you want really like sort of decent quick makes, because you don't want to be spending too much time. Because obviously you want to try and make a little bit of money, even just to buy some fabric. So what I've done is, you can see how I've turned it through there, and when I've turned it through, now, can you see we've got like a trim?
Can indeed.
With the navy. So it's just a little fine one. So it looks like, it looks a little bit like piping.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, there we go. So I'll give that a quick press.
Why is it important to press as you're working, Bernie?
Oh, it is. So what happens is if it keeps all of your seams really crisp.
Right.
Because what can happen, it's actually done it on this one here. I don't know how well George will be able to pick this up. Where I didn't press very well, I don't mind showing my little faux pas. I've got like a double crease. So can you see on that pink, it's like folded over. You can just see it, there's double crease. And that's because I didn't iron it properly.
Right.
So what I should have done was that flat, so it was nice and flat like that one, open. And then you find that your work looks more professional when you're finished. But that's going to get hidden in the seams, that's fine. I'm not going to worry, So, because we've got that there, now this is our inside. The longer piece is always your inside. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold these little bits up into the middle. Like that, and I'm going to give that another little press. Now you can measure it if you want, but I've just done it by eye, and I'll just give that a little press. And then what I'm going to do now is sew down these side seams. Now these are great to do on your overlocker, because I'm just going to do a straight stitch here, but you would do a zigzag or something to tidy the ends up. But actually this whole thing can be made on your overlocker really quickly. Can you imagine how many you'd get through, Joe?
Loads.
You'd get through loads of them, wouldn't you? So you try and get that as even as you can, and then I'm just going to stitch across these two ends, and when I turn it through, it's finished. You could put a little tag on the end as well, so you can, or even, you could do it with like a little keyring, like lobster clasp on, so you could have it like attached inside your bag. So, well, I thought I'd lost my phone earlier when I got here. I was saying to Tracy, ring me phone. I can't find it. Well, it was right at the bottom of my bag, under all the junk. I couldn't find anything.
Did you hear about Julia's phone the other week?
No, what happened?
We were doing a show, it was Wake Up Call with myself and Craig. And I thought I could hear something like bing, 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 bing. And I thought, oh gosh, it must be in my head, that noise. Turns out Julia had been into the Spectrum cupboard, left her phone in there by accident. She was trying to ping it.
Oh, to try and find it.
She'd sent a company-wide email asking if anyone's seen it. Oh, it was hilarious.
Oh, bless her.
We found it. It was in the cupboard.
Oh, bless her. At least she found it though, yeah. I was a little bit panicky when... I was like, I know I had it. So you're going to cut all your cotton ends, you're going to neaten your edges. Like I say, if you've done it on your overlocker, they're going to be neat anyway. And then I'm just going to clip my corners and turn this through. And then I've got a little packet of tissues to go in.
And this is great because this is taking no time at all, is it?
It doesn't. They are really, really quick. And like I say, I've done that, used the patchwork templates to make a design and then trimmed it down. Or what you can do is just use your plain fabric if you want to, or stripy, like that. Who was it? The lady that was saying about sewing stripes together, Mariah. So you could sew little stripes together of your strip roll. Oh my word! Look at that. Look at the back of it. I love it. Look!
So cute.
Where's me hankies? Where's me hankies? You think I get excited over the littlest things? I can't even get into me hankies. Right, let's get these hankies in. Will they all go in? I think I've got an extra big pack of hankies. So you're just going to pop your little hankies in there. Oh, them little mini bottles of sanitizer as well would fit in, wouldn't they? There we go. And then you've got your little hanky in there. There we go.
How fabulous. I love that,
How cute is that?
What a really great quick project that is.
Definitely. I love it. It's really good. And like I say, we only use those small pieces. You could even make strips for the lining as well and make them out of all of the strip rolls. So it is a really good one. And you could do it with any of those shapes. Just make your piece of fabric in your pattern and then cut it to the size that you want. And then you've got your design. Absolutely,
and one of so many different jobs that you can do with these templates as well. Remember what you're getting in this. You're going to get the tumbler, the honeycomb, the hexagon, 45-degree diamond, dual square, half square triangle, the quarter square triangle, half hexagon, equilateral triangle, half rectangle triangle, and the 60-degree diamond. And that means that you can make a whole host of different shapes. So you will get these. They are available on their own, but what you can do is go for it, and then we'll give you the fabric roll at half price, which is fantastic. So you can go for it with the pretty pinks, which is this one just here, or you can go for it with the gorgeous ocean waves that you can see just there. You've also got the brilliant blues is another option. Absolutely love that one. Or you can go for it with the glorious greens, which are these ones just here. Or finally, you can go for it with the marvellous Merlot. So they are the options for you when it comes to that, which is awesome. Now, the jelly rolls also are all colour matched with and go with the fat quarters that are coming with the builder blocks too. Let me run you back through the builder block deals that we've got for you. So you can go for the Kaleidoscope. Now this is going to allow you to make 6, 8 and 12 inch blocks. You've got lots of different dies in here, which is fantastic. All the ones that you need. So in this particular one, you get the small quarter square triangle, you get the isosceles triangles, and you're going to get the half rectangles, and you get them in 3 different sizes to make those 3 different blocks. And then, as I say, you can get the fat quarters together with that, and they are half price. There's 15 different fat quarters in there. Same deal, different option for you on the Nautilus. So if you want to go for the Nautilus, again, you're going to get that, and you're also going to get the half price fat quarters in there as well. 6, 8 and 12 inch blocks. This one here, this has the centre and round die. It also has the round die. You've got 3 different sizes of round dies in there. 3 different sizes of round die in there for you as well. So you can see all the different ones that you get in there to enable you to make these gorgeous blocks, which is fantastic. Play around with them. You're going to come up with your own ideas on how you put those together as well, which is fantastic. Also, if you did want to, maybe you've got loads of fat quarters in your stash and you just think, well, actually just quite like the builder blocks. They are available individually, but you can mix and match and get them buy one, get one half price with these 2 and some of the other ones that are available over on our website at the moment, which is fantastic. Right, we are going to move on, and we are going to move on to the half metre pieces that we've got for you on the fabrics. Now, these are the same, they colour match a lot of these to the fat quarters that we had for you in the fat quarter bundle, and also they match in the strip rolls too. So, but these of course are in half metre pieces. A half metre is slightly larger than a half yard, is that right, Bernie?
Yes, it's roughly about 3 inches. So
okay.
If you used to buy in half yards and you get the half metre, you're actually getting a little bit more.
Getting a little bit more.
Yeah.
But we can trim that down. If we were doing a nice half yard project, there's nothing to stop us trimming that down, I guess, than to do a half yard project, which is awesome.
Absolutely.
Because there's so many half yard projects out there, isn't there? Like little makeup rolls, all sorts of things.
Yeah, I mean, how many of them tissue holders would you get out of a half a metre?
Oh, absolutely,
you get loads.
loads.
Absolutely fantastic.
You would get loads. Let me run you through the colour options then. You've got the coral, which is this one here. It's all lovely quilting quality cotton too. You've got the Merlot, which is that one there. Then you've also got the powder pink, which is this one here. That's gorgeous, that one. The emerald green, which is this one. You've got the glorious green. You can go for the grass green as well, which is this one. You've got the ocean waves, sea foam, hot pink, which is gorgeous, really lovely pop of colour, that one. You've got the flamingo here as well, the ballerina pink, you've got the navy as well, also the brilliant blue, then there's the sky blue, and also you've got the black, and you've got the white as well. $4.99, $6.25 if you want to get those, all available individually. Remember, they all are all cut by the metre for you too. So what that means is if you order multiples of the one, say you order 4 of the coral, we'll send you a 2 metre piece, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, I want to share with you how to shop and also all the details of Club Inspire. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Sarah from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can get the best deals and shop while you watch during our shows. The best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. So head over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV Home, where you can see all of our shows, plus exclusive offers, and even shop while you watch. Now, if you want to get involved and comment along, you can head on over to our community pages. Come say hello, ask us some questions and chat along live with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even airplay our shows direct onto your big screen or stream us live through YouTube. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Absolutely. What are you waiting for? Make sure you unlock those deeper discounts, which is fantastic. Now, I did say to you earlier, oh, my tag's gone wonky, never mind. I did say to you earlier about the Tiffany promotion we have running at the moment. Everything totally Tiffany is triple points until the end of today. And also, there's a spend 30, save 5 promotion running. Whether you're shopping in pounds, euros or dollars, it's completely up to you. You will get £5 off or dollars or euros off when you spend 30, which is excellent. And we're going to look at now something we've got on the show with an extra discount too. It is the Scrap Rack Turquoise, well this is a black one, but the Scrap Rack Turquoise craft binder, which is what Bernie is going to take us through now. And this is excellent. I know maybe a lot of people look at this and think, oh, is it a paper craft product? But it's something you can use for a whole host of different things, isn't it?
Definitely. Anything around the house that you need, it's storage. So any crafter knows how important storage is, and you can never have enough. You can never have enough. So when I saw that we had these on the show, I was like, right, give me one of them. I want to see what I can get in there. And I have got, this isn't even full, but I'm going to open it up and show you what you get. So you're getting the actual strap on the top, which has the Velcro fastening, which I find is really useful, because sometimes if you have got a lot in your bag and it's heavy, the straps of any bag can cut into your hands. So having this with the Velcro fastener on there, I think it makes it really sturdy as well. And also, what I didn't realise is, when I'm putting nothing in there, I've got a side pocket as well.
Nice.
So that's really deep in there. So you're going to get, you know, your rulers in there. It's quite wide as well, because
it's got a bit of a gusset.
It has a side gusset.
Oh, I do love a gusset, Bernie.
Joe, we both spotted that at the same time there.
God, I love a gusset.
Mind. Yeah, it's lovely. Have I got one on the other side? No, that's not on the other side, it's on that side. And it does tell you what you're getting inside of here as well. And what I didn't realise is when I open it up and you see how big it is, you actually get, it says, a sample set of storage pages. You get a pack of 8. Well, to me, a sample is like 1 or 2. Isn't it? So you're getting a really, really, really heavy duty. It's a double zip. So I've got the double zip here. So let me open this up and unveil what I've got in here.
Ta-da.
Look at this. It's like I'm packing for me holidays. It's great. You're getting so much. To be honest, you know, for a little overnight bag, Joe,
nice.
You'd be able to get quite a bit of stuff here for all your toiletries in here. And there's a big pocket on the inside at the back as well with all of these. So it is quite good actually for, you know, for a multitude of things. So you're going to get, the first thing I'll show you, I should have got this out actually. You're getting the strap. So let me rid of all this. You're getting the really strong. It reminds me a bit of like if you were going to have some curtains made and the salesperson comes down, you know, the big binders they bring with them. It's kind of like one of those, isn't it? Yes.
It's definitely got that quality to it.
The fabric samples. Do you know, I'll tell you a little story actually, Joe. I saw someone giving someone some away on Marketplace the other day on Facebook, and I messaged her saying, are these still available? And they'd gone. They were free, and there was tons. I had all these classes thoughts going on in my head what I was going to do with them. There was honestly... There was loads. I might have had to, even I think with the back seats down, they wouldn't have fit in. But yeah, they were all this size. So you're also getting this padding here, which is really good for when you're putting it on your shoulder, so you're not got that strain, and it's adjustable. So depending on how tall you are, or how, you know, how much you want of the bag, you might want it quite short as well. If you want it quite long to go over your body as well. So, you know, you've got that length in there with the clip. So you're getting the strap. And then in the front here, you're getting all the mesh pockets. Now these are, you can fasten these with really good heavy duty Velcro. So if you are putting things in here, you can close that up, they're not going to fall out. I've got my rotary cutters in here, I've got my tool tidy in there. I've got all of these here, these are really strong elastic. I've got all my pens in there, I've got my glue pens in there. And also this is Velcroed on, so you can actually take this off. So the ring binder in the centre,
it all comes out.
It can come out if you want it to for whatever you're using it for. And then this is I can't believe this is a sample kit of it. You get
and then the thing is, if you've got a scrap rack, you'll then be able to attach that onto your scrap rack as well.
Yes.
So you know, you don't need to have the scrap rack to use it, but if you've got a scrap rack, these are genius for taking one off and popping them in here.
Perfect. So these you're getting different size pockets. So that's the full size one. So I've got fabric in there. We've got some of this fabric on the show, haven't we, Joe? I've got felt in there. I've got my dies in there. So this is when you're getting double, like 2-sided ones. But I've only got like one in each here. You can get loads in here. So I've got 2 in there. I've got some, this is a 4 one, so I've got some of my threads in there. And there's another 4-way one there. And then this is all the dinky ones. Actually, all my individual threads are going to go in there. Or your little ribbons or buttons, your little fastenings are all going to go in there as well. You're getting 2 of those. And then at the back, you've got a piece here for, you know, like an identity card, or, you know, this craft hoard belongs to me because it'll be full of your stuff. And then you've got this big pocket in the back, and this is not full, Joe. I just want to show you what I've just put in there. I've got my mitre tool in there. I've got my 6x12 ruler in there. I've got my folding 12.5 by 12.5 ruler in there. I've also got all my Gemini plates in there, and I still had plenty room to fit even more in there as well. So you can imagine how, and if you're short on space at home as well, so you do craft in a small area, if you've got all of your essentials, even if this is just for your core tools, to keep everything together, for then when you go onto your craft desk, or you're crafting at the kitchen table or in the dining room, or you're going off to the caravan or what have you, this can be like a project one as well, you know, so you can get loads of stuff in here. I'm really impressed. I'm really wanting one, but I think you might notice if this one doesn't go back in the cupboard, won't you?
I think we would notice indeed. Now you've got that all set up for soft craft products, and I've got another one over here, Bernie, and this one's all set up for paper craft, which is excellent. So yes, you can use it for your soft crafting, but it will also work brilliantly if you want to paper craft as well. You've got spaces for pens in here, pencils, your mesh pockets can be used for a whole host of different things. I do love that they do have the mesh pockets, also have the solid element on the bottom, so it's like little gems and sequins and things, they all fall out. Don't worry, they will fit into there, which is excellent, and you do get your strap. The other great thing, as Bernie was saying, that this ring binder element is removable. It can go into your scrap rack as well. The other great thing, it says on the back here, which I love, where does it say? Give up, where is it? Give up, dig and search for flip and find, which I think is a great way of putting it, because what you've got are all in here with the binder itself. You get an assortment of different pockets in here, and these have got all different size pouches in them. So whether it's little embellishments or wooden embellishments or metal embellishments, whether it's larger things that you want to put in here, toppers, papers, you really do have something for everything within the scrap rack system, but also within this as well. So I've got lots of dies here in this one, and then some larger pockets here too that are great for things like your toppers, but also wonderful for stamps as well. This pocket on the back here is absolutely massive as well, so that's going to be able to fit big 12 by 12 papers in there, which would be awesome. And the actual pocket on the front, I believe, was designed for something like your paper trimmer to go in there should you want to add one too. So it really is excellent. What I can't really convey and talk you around is the quality of these, but if you've had Tiffany products before, you will understand just how great they are and how brilliant that quality is. And the scrap rack, of course, has been just so popular and continues to be. The other thing I like about it as well, you've got these little hooks on here, and the hooks are fantastic if you want to hang your keys on there, you want to attach maybe a little charm or a pom-pom on there. That's what I'd be doing with the hook, let's face it. So you've got it in the turquoise, which Bernie showed you. You've also got it in the black. It is available to you in the purple as well. I haven't got a physical sample of the purple one, so let me share with you a picture of it. Here it is, all the same price for you. Remember, you're going to get an extra £5 or dollars off of that because you've got that promotion running, and you're also going to be able to avail of that triple points promotion as well, which is absolutely awesome. Let me just share with you the two fabric kits that I've got on the show for you. These are brilliant. You actually get them both together. So you get the mug rug, which is fantastic. It's so classy. A little rug for your mug. I mean, it doesn't get better, does it? And you've also got the coasters in here. So I need some coasters. I did say I was going to crochet some coasters last week, didn't I, Bernie? But I just got a bit carried away. I don't know where my time went. I have found a pattern though, so maybe I'll get some done. You get both of them for that price. Well, you're not even paying for one at that price, which is fantastic. So I do snap those up. Bernie's going to take us through those a little later. Your star of the show, actually, which is, sorry, we're going to the fabric or we're going to clamshell? Excellent. So here's your apple core and clamshell, which are these ones just here, which are an amazing, amazing deal, because what you're paying for, it's not like you're paying for the most expensive item and getting the cheaper one free. You're actually paying for the least expensive of the two items. So if we look at the apple core, for instance, the quilting pattern guide should be £19 or $25. You're then getting £25 or $33 essentially free of charge, because you're getting the dies included in there after you've paid for the guide. We then have exactly the same for you in the clamshells too. So with the clamshell, you're paying for the pattern guide and you are getting the die included in there as well, free of charge, which is excellent. Right, Bernie, what a fantastic deal we've got for you on these.
This is unbelievable, and the way that the team have put these together in pairs is just amazing, because like I say, you've got the apple core in there and you've got that clamshell. Now what I've got here, I just want to show you the impact of what a quilting pattern guide will give you when you're stitching. So anyone who's got into the patchwork or quilting, you need somehow you need to sew your 3 layers together, because if you wash it and you don't, your wadding's just all going to come apart and your project will be ruined. So somewhere you need to do it. You can do your straight lines and everything, but to have the pattern guides, you can play with them. And this here, I'm going to show you on this one here, because this one's going to stand out more. Here's the apple core shape. So you can see the apple core shape here. Now if I show you this one, this is also the apple core, but it's the way that it's actually been positioned on the ruler, on the fabric, that you can't even see that looks like the apple core. Now, what I'm going to do is, this is actually the back of the quilt. I'm going to turn the quilt over so you can now see the designs on the front. How amazing is that? So you can see it really clearly on this one here with the darker stitching, that you can make that design on there. But to have the actual apple core dies thrown in for that price, I did do, when I got the list for the shows, I did do a little double take and just check and said, is that right? Is it not you pay for the die and you're getting the quilt and pattern guide free? Nope, you're going to get them both together, because we do like to try and give you the best deals that we possibly can. And the same effect is with the clamshell. So here's the clamshell one. If I point out the clamshell shape here, you can see that there's the clamshell one, but it's been rotated around to make that fantastic design. So you don't have to rotate them, you can have them all in a row, you can have them random, absolutely random. But the good thing about having the dies is we need to stitch them down somehow. So if you're going to stitch them together, but if they're going to be pieced together, that's different. But if you're stitching them together and using them as a plique, because curved designs lend themselves really well to a plique, so it's absolutely imperative that you need to stitch them down somehow. Having the pattern guide is going to make it just so much easier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some out and then I'm going to show you how to do it and how I've made myself a nice little pretty pattern to do for you. But what I'm going to use is our vintage flowers fabrics. I know we've got the pack of fat quarters on the show.
You shortly.
And I've got this one with the lovely leaves on. And again, use your small pieces. You don't need to have your big pieces when you die cutting, because it may be, if I get the right die, it may be that you don't want to waste any fabric, let's put it that way. So if you can use all of your fabric, that's even better. So let me just pop them to the side here. So again, they are multimedia dies, so they're going to go, we recommend up to 6 layers, but I generally usually go for 8. It depends on your fabric. If you're going through felt or the mediums, it might be, it'll be less layers. Let me just chop that a little bit off there.
Just thinking about demo of the show then, Bernie, we're going to put the tissue holder in.
It's going to be my tissue, yeah. And then my cushion, hopefully in a few weeks when I get that finished, hopefully everyone will vote for that.
Pam Craven says that your gym card could go in that little small pocket in the binder.
Have I still got my gym
card? Got your gym card?
Oh, hang on. I think I might have left it at the gym.
Oh, dear.
That was funny that last week, wasn't it?
What was it? A piece of card that you just wrote gym on it?
No, it was my real gym card.
Was it? It was a gym. It was right.
It was just a piece of white stamping card that I rated underneath. Or it might have been Nina.
Nina? Nina, you mean?
Nina. I call it Nina.
Do you? So here's one for you. Do you think the correct pronunciation in English of the word is adhesive or adhesive?
Adhesive.
You'd say what? Adhesive?
Adhesive.
Adhesive. Tracy, adhesive or adhesive? Glue, says Tracy. But out of those two, adhesive.
Adhesive. It could be our accent.
It is adhesive, is the correct pronunciation. Yeah.
Adhesive.
Well, no, because you adhere it, you don't adhere it.
Oh.
But it is adhesive. You pronounce the H.
It's like, people always laugh at me for when I say film instead of film.
Film, yeah.
Because I say film. I'm getting grief in me, everyone. So.
Yeah. It is. That was on Instagram. I saw someone post about it last night. Yeah, it's not adhesive. I always call it adhesive, not adhesive.
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 Yeah. It's funny, isn't it, how we have our different accents, pronounce words differently. Like school. It's school, but it's
in the northeast, you love an extra syllable where there isn't one.
Yeah. I
love an extra syllable.
If I can put an extra letter in,
one
I will.
syllable. No, film, 2 syllables. School, 1 syllable. School in the northeast, 2 syllables. All about the extra syllables.
Right. So what I've done is I've cut now in the clamshells you get 4 dies. You get 2.5 inch, 3.5 inch, 4.5 inch, 5.5 inch. I've actually cut the 3.5 inch one because on the quilt and pattern guides you get a 2.5 inch, a 3.5 inch, and a 4.5 inch.
Excellent.
One. So you can match them up. There we go. So I've got a square. So this is one of the fat quarters out of the bundle that we get with the Kaleidoscope. But if you buy in the plain, obviously you can just cut it in half. And then what I've done is I've cut out. I pre-cut some of these. Oh, now I'm going to position these on, but just to get them positioned on, I'm going to use my favourite
Is this
ruler.
the reference guide, this one?
This is the reference guide, yeah. Now I know we've got this on a bundle on the show with the reference guide, the foot, and the quilting gloves, which mine are...
You're paying for the guide, you get the gloves and the foot for free. So if you want to be a French mime, then you can knock yourself
and
out.
They'll be well used like mine are. George is zooming in. Don't zoom in.
They look like gardening gloves, yours.
Yeah, but they're really good. They're really breathable, and they've got rubber tips on both sides, so there isn't a left and right. And what it does, it gives you that grip on the top.
Grippy on the top, slippy on the bottom.
So there we go. So what I'm going to do is I just want to mark I don't want to use red. I'm just going to quickly mark some points on here. So what this does is helping you mark out where you're going to put your items. Now, I'm not measuring this. I'm just going to put a few marks just so I know where I'm going for my clamshells. There we go. So I've got the centre mark of the fabric. And then what I'm doing is I'm just lining these up now. I'm using it because you get all the beautiful different fabrics in this fat quarter bundle. But what I thought was, if I just make up a design. Nice. So I'm just going to play. So
looks
if I leave
a bit all-a-keely, that one.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
It looks a bit all-a-keely.
I'm lining those up, so they're going, just making a little square, but they're all touching here. And then what you're going to do is stick them down whichever way you prefer. So I've got our stick and spray for fabric. This is the temporary one. You can use the orange one, which is stick and stay, or we've got our Kalal textile glue as well that you can use. But whichever way you want to stick them down, I like the adhesive one, the temporary one, because it means you can reposition it. And I'm spraying this straight onto my fingers. Usually I put a piece of paper down and spray it onto, because then I don't get sticky hands. But it does come off. You can wash it off, or with the stick away as well. So we'll put those on quickly. And then what I've done, I've also cut out some of the apple core, because we could cut some more of these out and do a bit of a design round. But I've cut out apple core, and I thought, well, they could go around the outside, or you can use them for a different design. But I just wanted to get some laid down just so I could show you how you put the rulers on them. The quilting pattern guides. There we go. I've just got to.
It's a lovely shape, that.
Isn't it lovely? And I say, if you did want to put more on, you could, you could go around the outside with ones like that, or you can put on. I'll not stick the apple core down. I'll just to show you. You could stick them down. And what I tend to do is, I'm very parallel, Joe. I like to have things even.
Right.
I've got this one that I always call licorice all sorts.
Licorice all sorts.
Look,
it does
aren't
look
they?
a bit, yeah.
You like them sweets out, the licorice all sorts? Oh, I've got no dinner today, Joe.
What?
My mum's not making dinner. No.
Oh,
Is the tennis on today? Because she'll be watching tennis.
Yeah, the tennis is on.
Yeah. I'm going to have words with her. And then
do you normally get a dinner from your mum on a Sunday?
Yeah, she makes it, or she'll order it in.
Right.
But Tracy's getting one delivered off her husband. I said, that's not acceptable, that.
Not on.
There we go. So look at that. How quick was that? Just laying those pieces down. And I say you're going to temporarily stick them down. And then you'd have your wadding on the back. So if I just get ready for that, Joe.
Okie doke. Brilliant. Let me run you back through the two options that you've got here, because there are two for you. Great, excellent value on both of them, where you're buying the quilt and pattern guide and you are then getting the dies for free. So whether you're going for that in the apple core, which is this one just here, or you're going for it in the clamshell. So the two comparable offers. A lot of you actually are going for both at the moment. So absolutely you can do that. $18.99 or $24.95, no matter which one of those you are going for, which is brilliant. Right, how are you getting on there, Bernie?
So I've got what I meant to show you. I forgot to show you how you're going to put the ruler on. So I'm just going to take these away quickly because they're not stuck down, just so it doesn't turn out. And you're going to have your ruler foot, so if you haven't got that one already, you can get that in the bundle. And then what you can do is you're going to put your corresponding side. Can you see how that fits on there perfectly? And when you stitch in here, it actually stitches 1/4 of an inch in away from the end. So you're going to be stitching all the way around there, all the way around there. Flip it over and do the other side. It fits perfectly because it's the same shape. You'd think we'd thought about that, Joe, wouldn't you?
You would, wouldn't you?
All the way around there. And then once you've stitched that on your machine, that's then appliqued down. And you just repeat it on all the others, and then you can put extra ones on them or the apple core. But that's how you use it. And you see you've got the 3 sizes in there, and you've got those 4. So you get the extra die in the set, the bigger one, but the 2.5, 3.5, and 4.5 sizes you get in that one and in the apple core. So that's good. I know I said the spray was probably one of my picks of the show, but this deal is, I've never seen it this price. Never.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. They really are. I want to quickly run you back through those 1/2 metre pieces that we have on the fabrics for you, because we've got a whole host of different colours. So you can go for coral, which is this one just here. So go for the coral. Or you can go for this one here, which is your Merlot. You've got the powder pink, emerald, glorious green, grass green, deep ocean, ocean wave, sea foam, hot pink, flamingo, the ballerina pink, navy, brilliant blue, sky blue, black, and then finally there your white as well. $4.99 or $6.25. You want to go for any of those. Some fat quarter packs for you. Vintage flowers first. You get 6 fat quarters in here in a whole host of different gorgeous patterns there for you, and some plains in there too. You can go for that one, or you can go for the Enchanted Forest, which is this one just here. Again, really beautiful collections there for you, which is great. These are 4.5 meters in this one, particular one just here, both with 20% off. Now, we've got those two fabric kits for you on the show. Bernie, what are these about? What are we getting in here? Are they easy to put together, these?
These are perfect. So they're perfect for beginners or perfect for anyone who just wants to have a quick make as well. So if you've never done, there's a technique called Quilt-as-you-go. There's 2 different ways. This is one where you sew through your wadding at the same time as your fabric when you're doing your piecing. So we've got 2 kits in here. We've got the coasters. I just want to, I'm going to actually show you the little set that you get here. And you're actually getting all the fabric in here that you just need to cut out around the shape. So I'm going to unbox the mug rug so you can see exactly what you get in there. But in the coaster kit, you're getting enough to make all 4, and you can actually take the pattern off it as well, so you can make more. You just need to add your own fabric and wadding. So that's the mug rug. And then this
awesome.
one, I love this one. Give your mug a mug your rug, did you say before? I can't remember now.
Give your mug a rug, yeah.
Give your mug a rug. So this one, you've got enough for your cuppa on here, and then you've got your little piece here for your biscuits or your cake.
Delicious.
On the side. So in the box, like I say, you get everything you need. You just obviously need to put your sewing machine and your thread, but you're getting the piece. Now if I open this up, so you can see you're getting the panel that has all of the pieces on, and they're all labelled. So everything is telling you, and they're numbered as well. So it's a bit quilting by numbers really. So what you're going to do is cut all of those pieces out, and then also you get the wadding. And the wadding is pre-marked, and the wadding also has the numbers on, so you know which piece is going to go there. We don't leave it at that, Joe. We're then going to give you full pictorial instructions.
Excellent.
So every set, we tell you some top tips, we tell you what equipment you're going to use, and then with a step-by-step, so we're going up to number 1 is where you put number 1, number 2 is where, you know, and you're going 3 all the way up, and then over to the side, the other side, exactly how you finish it off and how you know how you turn it through, and then do your final bit of top stitch, and it's done. So you're getting everything in there, and the same with the coasters. In the coaster you can make 4, because one coaster's not enough, is it?
Absolutely not.
You need a few.
No, if you've got friends coming around. Bernie, what a pleasure it's been. What a really busy Soft Side live show we have had. Don't forget, triple points on Totally Tiffany until the end of today. Spend 30, save 5 until the end of today. Also, remember what we've got coming up today. Craft Vault for you. 3 p.m. here in the UK, 10 a.m. on the East Coast. And then a little later, Second Chance Sunday. Of course, 7 p.m. here in the UK, 10 p.m. on the East Coast. Hope you're having a great 4th of July. We're going to have a bit of a gossip and a natter. Maybe grab some lunch. And I'll see you back here with the fish in about 90 minutes' time. See you then. Take care.